Let's talk about something that's, well, it's not always easy to discuss, but it's so incredibly important. I'm talking about burial insurance. And really, it's less about insurance and more about leaving behind a final gift for the people you care about most. It's about planning ahead so they have some peace of mind during a really tough time.
So this is really the big question, right? How do you make sure your family is protected from all those final expenses? I mean, nobody wants to think about their loved ones having to deal with financial stress on top of grieving. That worry, it's a heavy one. And that's exactly what we're going to break down right now.
And that really gets to the heart of it. This whole thing, it's about making sure you leave behind a legacy of care, not a legacy of cost. It's a simple act of planning, but it means your family can focus on remembering you, not worrying about bills.
Okay, so let's dig into the problem a little deeper. What are we actually talking about when we say end-of-life costs? What are these expenses that can really catch families by surprise?
Yeah, it's way more than just the funeral, you know? Families can get hit with a whole wave of different bills all at once. You've got the funeral and burial costs, sure, but then there might be outstanding medical bills, maybe some small credit card debts, even legal fees to sort things out. And trust me, that stuff adds up fast, putting a ton of pressure on people when they're already going through the worst of it.
All right, so we see the challenge. Now, let's talk about the solution. And that's where burial insurance comes in. It's really designed to be a simple, straightforward answer to this very specific problem.
So what is it exactly? Well, burial insurance, and you'll also hear it called final expense insurance. They're the same thing. It's basically a small whole life insurance policy. The key word there is small. It's not meant to be some huge, complicated thing. It's designed for one purpose, to cover those end-of-life expenses and get quick funds to your family when they need it most.
In this comparison, this really makes it crystal clear. Think of it this way. Traditional life insurance is like a big safety net designed to replace your income for years and years. Burial insurance, it's more like a targeted fund with one specific job: handle all those final bills. Because it's so focused, the benefit amount is smaller, usually somewhere between $2,000 and $50,000. And the best part? It's way, way easier to qualify for. We're talking just a few health questions, and often you don't even need a medical exam.
Okay, that makes sense. We know what it is and what it isn't. But how does it actually work? Let's get into the nitty-gritty.
So, you might be wondering, are all these policies the same? And the short answer is, nope, not at all. Like with most things, there are a few different flavors, and each one is designed for a different kind of health situation. Figuring out which one is right for you is super important.
So there are basically three main types you'll see. First, you've got level benefit. This is for people who are in pretty good health. The great thing here is your coverage starts from day one. Full protection right away. Then you have graded benefit and guaranteed issue. Now these are a little different. They both have a waiting period, usually about 2 or 3 years, before the full payout is available for a natural death. And you might ask, why the wait? Well, that's the trade-off that allows insurance companies to offer coverage to people who have more serious health issues. It's an amazing option for a lot of folks.
And here is an absolutely huge feature, one of my favorites. Your premiums are fixed. Let me say that again. They are locked in and will never increase. It doesn't matter if you get older, it doesn't matter if your health changes. What you pay on day one is what you'll pay for life. That kind of stability is just priceless, especially if you're on a fixed income.
Now this next part is so important, and honestly, it's where a lot of people get tripped up. You have to understand that not all insurance carriers are created equal. Their internal rules are all different, and those little details can make a massive difference. Here's the thing. Every single insurer looks at health conditions differently. For real, some companies might not even ask about diabetes. Others completely ignore your height and weight. They don't use those BMI charts at all. You'll find certain companies are much more flexible if you have a history of heart issues, or they're more lenient if you use tobacco. This is why just applying anywhere is a huge mistake. The goal isn't just to get any policy. It's to find the right one for your specific situation. That's how you get the best coverage for the best price.
I love this quote because it just nails it. We don't guess, we guide with precision and purpose. And that's exactly the mindset you need. This isn't a guessing game. It's about knowing all those little rules inside and out to find the perfect fit.
All right, let's bring it all home. I want to quickly answer a few key questions and make sure we're all clear on the biggest takeaways. So one of the first questions people ask is, what can the money actually be used for? And the answer is anything. The payout goes to your beneficiary, and they are in complete control. They can use it for funeral costs, sure, but also for medical bills, to pay off a small debt, literally whatever is most needed at that moment. It's completely flexible.
And get this,
This is another huge plus. The money that's paid out, it's delivered directly to your beneficiaries, completely tax-free. That's right, every single penny goes to them to help out with nothing lost to taxes. That is a massive deal.
People also worry about how long it takes to get the money. Well, the whole process is built for speed. Basically, your beneficiary files a claim with the death certificate. The insurance company processes it, and then, boom, the funds are paid out. We're usually talking days, maybe a few weeks at most. The money is there when it's needed for all those immediate costs.
So I'll just leave you with this final question to think about. When it comes to your financial legacy, is it built on just hoping for the best, or is it built on a real, solid plan? Taking care of this stuff isn't just about money. It's about turning that hope into a promise and leaving behind the incredible gift of peace of mind.